Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. I am Dave, and welcome to another Understanding E weekly webinar. I guess we could still call them the Mastermind. We were going to come up with a new name and then just didn't. But firstly, thank you for joining us, and thank you for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me here today. If you can hear me and if you can see me all good, let me know in the chat box on the right hand side of your screen, and that way I had to do some change. I had to basically disassemble the desk and then reassemble it over the weekend, and I would just want to make sure that everything is working as it should be regarding microphone, speakers. Amanda Silver Boutique, thank you. You can hello Maria, James, thank you. We got guys there. John's with us as well. Mad for Bikes, thank you guys, thank you so much. Right, to kick things off, Matt. I think he's asleep because I know he was up early coding this morning, and he was getting this morning he was getting his reviews ready of this YouTube challenge. And for the past 15-20 minutes, I've not been able to get hold of him. He's not answering Skype. He's not on the phone. So who knows? Who knows where he is? Yep, I've sent him the link, so he may join halfway through if he reappears. But if not, you are stuck with me for today. Jay, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so welcome. Hopefully you've seen an email that went out about 20 minutes ago, and that was basically to highlight to you what is going on here with these YouTube weekly webinars. For anyone who may not have known or has not been with us since we came back for the new year, we've moved away from Webinar Jam because it kept letting us down about 1 minute before we would go live, which made us look bad, and ultimately we decided what Webinar Jam was doing wasn't really worth the money we were paying and the shitty service we were getting. Nick, good afternoon, morning. Yes, Jay, he could be filming another drone video. Who knows? He'd already showed me one that he was working on this morning for you guys. So yeah, we will see. Hopefully he'll make an appearance. But yeah, so basically this new layout is that we just go straight through YouTube. As you can see now, we're direct on YouTube, and the best way for you to be kept up to date with what happens is to subscribe to the UnderstandingE YouTube channel, and also click the little bell icon. It's usually to the right of the subscribe box. Click that, and then you will get notified as soon as we go live. Or for the more organized ones amongst you, it's every Tuesday at 3 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, depending where you are in Australia. All the links to the different topics, we're so organized, it's incredible. We've actually got I think probably now about 2 months worth of videos or topics that we will cover in these Tuesday webinars. I should turn that off because that will get annoying. And you will be able to see, oh, look, see, I've even got the notification myself. Look, we are live, I know. But yes, so in order to be kept up to date on what topic we are going live with that day, head over to understandinge.com/mastermind. And again, I put a little picture in the email that I sent to you guys, so you can see the topics which are coming up. I will keep that. I'll do my best to keep that up to date as and when we start running out and getting on. Just keep it updated. So, James, at least with Matt not being here, you can get a word in edgeways. That is true. He does love a YouTube discussion, and to be fair, he is the one who's certainly more qualified to talk of its success than I am. But yeah, regardless. So that is how you can be kept up to date with these webinars. I don't want to annoy people by keep emailing them every week, because I email the whole list that we have, and some people who again are in Australia who have no interest in joining us for the webinars, who are busy, maybe working a normal job, can't do it. I don't want to annoy them by keep emailing them. So whether we split it off into a different list and blah blah blah, there's lots of things that I keep meaning to look into and just run out of time. With that said, let's kick things off a little bit. Before we get properly started, we'll do a bit of a news brief. Again, for all the news that you will need for the world of e-commerce, head over to eSellCafe.com. That is probably the best sort of place to be in order for the latest news that goes on. Every Monday, again, I seem to spend a lot of time on live YouTube channels these days. But yeah, every Monday at 4 p.m. GMT, myself and Richard will do a weekly news show about the latest news of e-commerce. But again, check out the blog. You can also subscribe, and we'll email you once or twice a week with just the stuff that you need to know about. We won't spam you. We won't send you loads of stuff. The big news from this past week, though, was, I think it's, for me, the big sort of highlighted news was that both eBay and Amazon were potentially making moves in South America. A huge potential market for South America. We're talking Brazil. I believe it's still the 6th largest country in the world in terms of population size, of over 200 million. eBay have done a deal with a marketplace for Central America called Pidelo Rapido. Any Spanish speakers, please excuse my accent. But yeah, Pidelo Rapido, they would tend to be focusing, I get you can't see on their map that way, but around Central America. So I believe they were doing like El Salvador, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and somewhere, Dominican Republic, maybe. I can't remember. One of the big islands in the Caribbean as well. Now, they were then looking to expand to some more Caribbean islands, but also Peru and Chile. That's very exciting news, and would bring a lot of South American buyers to an eBay market. So that was interesting. And then there's also news that Amazon was, I believe they've already set up Amazon.br or .com.br involved in Brazil. And there was rumors that, obviously, at the minute, the big talk with Amazon is HQ2 or Headquarters 2 and where that's going to be. A lot of people are suspecting it will be in Atlanta, Georgia. Good sort of hub for international, transport. Some people are saying Dallas, Texas. Some people are saying New York. Some people are saying Miami. Now, Miami is very interesting if Amazon is really interested to go after that Brazilian market. Miami is the obvious choice just because of the trade routes to South America. So potentially, wherever Amazon announces HQ2 is going to go, that will give us a little bit of an insight into what Amazon's direction plans are for the more mid to long term. But as again, looking at the map, in terms of, if I was Amazon and I'm looking at a global expansion, in terms of opportunity, Brazil is near the very top. The Middle East is there, but it's a much smaller market, much smaller population. India is obviously huge. Got some logistics questions. China's Alibaba territory. Australia, we've already covered. They're working on that. Philippines is, again, a bit of a logistical nightmare because of all the islands and that final mile delivery. So Brazil is, especially around Sao Paulo, and the rumor is that they already have a fulfillment center in Sao Paulo, but apparently Amazon have just bought 4, I'm sure someone said 4 miles worth of land in, like 4 square miles of land in Sao Paulo. So could be interesting. We will have to wait and see how that goes. But again, there's quite densely populated regions of Brazil, much like Australia. So could be not simple, but it could be relatively easy to make a big impact in a smallish area. Jay, I've had big shipping problems to all of South America. That doesn't surprise me. Again, logistics-wise, there has been a few questions. Maria, we have seen an increase in orders over the last few months to South American countries, but the postal service to these countries are still questionable and expensive if you select a service like UPS. the increase in orders is coming from our eBay Australia account rather than our UK account. That's entirely accurate. That is, let me just, that is a concern, and much like the Middle East as well, and parts of Africa. Again, you've got to remember that there's definitely countries in Africa which are so densely populated, and e-commerce will boom there as soon as the infrastructure makes it a more feasible reality. And again, it's like Africa is a lot further away than likes of Brazil. Again, Brazil, I think, is classed as a second world country, not a third world country. So there's that. But yeah, there is still very much logistics questions to be answered, as you could argue there is in Australia, just due to geography-wise. But if anyone can cover logistics issues, it's Amazon. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, this isn't going to be, like I said, an overnight thing. This is something which we're going. This, like I said, if Amazon picks HQ2 for Miami, or Miami for HQ2, that's going to give us a very clear indicator of where their sort of mindset is in the mid to long term. And I don't think, obviously Mercado Libre is a huge, it's Brazil's biggest marketplace. Brazil gets e-commerce. They do get it. But yeah, getting the products there, Amazon warehouses fulfilled by Amazon, it all makes sense under the big Amazon umbrella. So we will see. Also, I'll give you some breaking news. It's not really breaking news. Well, it is breaking news. It's not groundbreaking. Amazon are actually laying off some people from Seattle. This is a story which is written. I just need to hit publish on it. I was waiting for an image which has just arrived. And yeah, basically Amazon are laying off about people in their hundreds, so to speak. So it's not a small laying off. But on the same understanding, they've also got something like 6,000 open positions for Seattle. They're laying off 200, but they're still got positions for 6,000 to be fulfilled. So to me, this looks like a big restructure for Amazon. Whether this is just something they're doing their best to keep on top of. Again, we saw Etsy do this last year. They got rid of about 40% of their team, largely from marketing and sales. Bloat does occur as businesses get bigger. So we will see what happens with Amazon. Like I said, that story will go live as soon as I've finished today. Anyway, that's pretty much the news. Now getting on to the YouTube challenge results follow-up video. I'm not entirely sure how best to do this, but we had... Again, I posted my attempts of a product review. I've never done a product review video before, for you to sort of have a look at. And Howard and, who else was it? Get the thing up here. Kevin. It was Howard and Kevin both posted links in the chat. And Matt, I know, was working on his videos today. He was trying to see how many videos he could make in an hour. To give you a clue, I think it was over 5 last time that he showed me how long each one was taking. But with that said, I'm not sure how best to do this. If I share, because we've had some issues with links the last couple of weeks in the YouTube chat. So let's see if this works. Where does that link take you? Ah, that link works. So the link that I've just shared in the group in the chat there, that is a link to Howard's video. Now, Howard has, wow, 143 views. That's impressive. Yeah, I mean, so Howard, to say that your account, you've got 5 subscribers, and I'm soon to make it 6 because I'll subscribe to the UE account. Yeah, be sure to, yeah. Oh God, sorry guys. Hold down control before you click that link, otherwise you'll all disappear. I do apologize. Nick, great shout. Should have mentioned that one. But yeah, so you'll see this is Howard's video, the #1 question and a freebie for a Thomas Adventures Lexi engine. Now, obviously Howard from Toy and Model, selling toy trains, and I'm impressed. 143 views. Now, the one piece of advice I say that, Howard, your introduction is 10 seconds long, and it's basically a hand scribbling your logo. I get it. It's very clever and looks great, but 10 seconds is a long time, man. I would suggest, where possible, either speeding that graphic up or cutting it short or whatever. But I think that if that could be consolidated down to around 4 or 5 seconds, that would be much sharper, might get people in a lot quicker. And also, I do like the style of Howard's video. This goes to show that you don't need your face, you don't even need your hands on there. Utilize, I know Howard has mentioned previously last year the software that he's used for this. Howard, if you're in the chat, please let us know. But ultimately, it's pictures and text and putting together a voiceover effect for, and utilizing images and text and all that sort of stuff. It is a very viable video. And like I said, Howard, your video you posted on the 5th of February, so that was a week ago, just over a week ago. Let's put this in perspective here. I'm pretty sure I don't have any videos that I've uploaded in the past week which have that level. Oh, the one that I did on eBay and PayPal has 143, exactly the same amount of views as your video. Bearing in mind, I've got 560 subscribers. So I'd say this video is doing very well. I'm not sure if you've shared this on a Facebook account, whether you've sent an email out or whatever it is, but you've garnered a lot of views in a short amount of time. And I mean, again, Howard, you'd have to tell us how long that video took you to create, but I would say this is actually, like I said, it's getting views, and that is the main thing that we're looking for here. That one of YouTube's main things that they're looking for is watch time and ultimately views, and that's the main thing. So I mean, he's got 3 likes on the video. Again, it's for an account with now 6 subscribers, 3 views, that's good going. The information in the video is good. 12 centimeters long, 48 grams. You're given an idea of size. And again, I used to have a tape measure on my desk, but it's since got lost in the move. And then you're giving away a freebie at the end. You're giving away a coloring sheet of the actual train that you're selling. It's good. You can download your own Lexi thing, and I'm guessing that's behind an email wall where people can put in their email and then download. In fact, let's check that. So toyandmodel.co.uk/coloring. Downloadable pictures to color in. Thomas Adventures Lexi. No, you've just given it us for free on a Google. That's very cool. Very, very nice. Just print that from the PDF on Google Drive. Very, very cool. Could potentially put it behind an email wall. Is someone going to put an email in to do that? Maybe not. But I like what you're doing. It's a good idea. In fact, I've just seen Howard did share with us that he had uploaded the same video to Facebook, which only has 28 views. So again, YouTube has been a much better platform for you on this one. Howard's waving at me. Thank you, Howard. But yeah, so and just looking at your toy and model site has 3,200. Howard's joining us soon. So if anyone's got any questions for Howard, which we'll ask him, we'll ask him how he did the video once he pops on board. But yeah, so 3,257 people like his page. And did he post the YouTube link first? I think no, did he? No, it looks like he's only posted a Facebook video onto the page there. Very curious. So again, we'll have to find out. No email capture in coloring, want more shares. Fair enough. So yeah, that's actually quite a cool video that Howard has put together there. We'll find out how simple that was for him to do. Like I said, he is going to join us shortly. Best to still enter your emails to receive. Ah, there we go. So there's the email capture. Kept up to date on autonomous new releases. As well as other favorite characters, hit subscribe on the channel with a nice arrow pointing to where the subscribe box would be, or better still, visit toymodel.co.uk/YouTube. Let's see what that does. Enter your email here for your toy model code. So he's actually using the toymodel.co.uk/YouTube. Enter your email to receive a discount code for your first order. Very cool, because on that specific landing page, he will then know exactly how many hits that's getting, but also how many people are actually putting in their email address, which I'm sure is going to a separate list, which he knows has come from YouTube, and if not subscribers, certainly people who've seen the video on YouTube if they've got this far in. And that gives him that gives him so much freedom in terms of how he can now market to those people. Very, very good. I'm really impressed with what you've done with the marketing there. Just checking that. That's all good. Yeah, it all works nicely. That's a good example of how you can utilize YouTube to bring people back to your website. Remember, YouTube is a fantastic resource for showing, or basically portraying yourself as the expert. And that is what Howard has done here. Although you can argue he's just selling toys, what he's actually doing is showing that, yes, we sell toys, but we also sell other toys, and to be kept up to date with other things, check it, and to get discount off your order, this is where you go, toymodel.co.uk. So really impressed. I think that's a really good job. And again, anyone's got any comments or questions about anything that Howard's done, let us know in the chat. And then, like I said, once Howard has caught up with us, we'll be able to ask him how he did what he did. Now, next up on a sort of a different vein, we have Kevin. Now, Kevin, or I believe this is Amanda's Silver Boutique. Yes, it is. Now, let me find you the link, which will work in the chat. I think it's this one. So if we go to there, and remember, hit, like Nick said, hold control when you click the link, otherwise I will disappear. Okay, so that's yeah, so if we go to that link there, how to clean silver jewelry. Now, I already like the title here. It's a question which you can imagine someone typing in to Google, and especially into YouTube as well. How to clean silver jewelry. It's in the how-to and style category. And this is, I'm guessing this is, there's a Buy the Cloths here, Amanda Silver Boutique in the description. Let's have a look. Yep, there we go. Cleaning and polishing cloth for silver and gold jewelry. So interesting thing that you immediately could have done here, Kevin or Amanda, whichever one it is. I was aiming to come up on the SERPs. Yeah, no, exactly. Search engines. It's, yeah, how to clean silver jewelry. Now, I would say that the title is maybe short. In one of the tools that me and Matt both use, and again, I think we covered this last year with YouTube Buddy, they outline sort of best practice guidelines for your sort of eBay titles and your tags and everything else. And this is something which we will obviously get much more into in the upcoming YouTube guides and course. But ultimately, how to clean silver jewelry, it's a great title. I think there's more things that you can do there. So whilst there is potential for you to now do a second video, how to clean gold jewelry in exactly the same, because again, going to the website, cleaning and polishing cloth for silver and gold jewelry, so it can do both. Whether you were to combine both elements into one video, how to clean silver and gold jewelry, and then do one of each, showing the cloths. That is something which may have... You will probably know more about this, Kevin, than I will, about the searches that go on for this sort of thing, whether that may be a little bit generic. Because again, if I have a silver watch, I'm not going to, and it says how to clean a silver and gold watch, I might be like, mine's just silver. So again, maybe being specific is a good thing here. But I do think there's room in there for how to clean silver jewelry, including watches, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and all of a sudden you're going to start hitting those keywords, which how to clean silver earrings, how to clean silver bracelets, how to clean silver necklaces. All of these different searches are what is going to, you know, YouTube's going to think, this is relevant. This is going to show up here. So that's the first sort of thing that I would say. Obviously, gone for the top down. No need for a face on the video. I don't think there's any. I have been playing these muted. Yeah, you've got the music going on in the background, which again is nice. Very sort of fits the product, fits the theme of what you're doing. Yes, James, I would say the background audio is maybe a little high. I did think that when I watched this last week. I thought, again, I have got it turned down on my YouTube. But when the music picks up, it is quite loud. And then if someone like me is then having to look for the volume button, I'm not paying attention to the video. What I did like is use scale very well. So again, with the rule, showing the different sizes, I've got small cloth and the large cloth. Again, that's something which not many people do in e-commerce, especially, and it's nice to see it being brought over to a video format. By far the most powerful demonstration is when you actually clean the cloth. Sorry, when you actually clean the chains or the ring as well. It's very, very visual. So again, maybe that is there something like before and after you can do with this is how the chain looked before, and actually show the chain as a close-up, either zoom in with the camera or lift the chain closer to the camera and refocus. Because I'll be honest, what we can see is that obviously there is dirt or you know, on the jewelry, but we can't really see or appreciate the before and after close-up of like, look how non-shiny it is, and now look how shiny it is. The other thing as well is I always find spotlights fantastically well for jewelry. Again, with things silver, with diamonds, and anything like that, the way the light reflects, you could utilize spotlights very, very well to make a dramatic effect for sure. Now, on the account which I'm on at the minute, I can't explore the tags that you're using, but because my TubeBuddy account is linked to Man Entrepreneur, I'm obviously currently on UnderstandingE due to this video, and if I tried to swap, who knows what would go wrong. But yeah, I do like the branding. You've obviously got Amanda Silver Boutique on the box lids, and totally in shot. So again, it's a nice feel. I can see the matches the channel name, so well and good there. Yeah, I think it's a good video. I would perhaps... I'm trying to think. Again, it's hard. It's slightly hard for me because, again, I'm not overly familiar with the industry of jewelry. But I'm trying to think, would there be more value in a voiceover? And even if you don't like your own voice, either getting like a computer to do a voiceover. I mean, it's just, if you can say how long you should clean it for, is it going to, you know, if you over clean, is it going to damage? I know a lot of people have questions about that with certain more abrasive cloths. Is it going to cause, you know, miniature scratch marks on the metal? Yeah, towards the end there with the bracelet, you do have a much more zoomed in, but we didn't see her before, so I don't know, is that how much of a difference that has. Obviously, we can see the dirt on the cloth, but I just think, to me, that's showing how we're going to dirty a cloth, not how we're going to make jewelry cleaner, if that makes sense. but really great issues. Let's have a look at the chat here. I was aiming to come up on, so yeah, no, it's more silver due to tarnish, but I hear what you're saying. It depends on your volume. Yeah, absolutely. We had trouble with the focus searching back and forth. Yeah, that is an issue. I have the same issue. I have the same issue with this webcam. If I move like I just did and it tries to refocus and then I go back to where it was, it looks horrendous. That's where editing, the editing part comes in. That's a problem, especially doing live stuff. But with editing, you could again, depends what editing software you're using. You can either just film all of your bits as you're cleaning and then just film a before one close up, film an after one close up, refocus the camera, and then put them all together. James, absolutely. Most people have an audio level set up on their laptop computer that they're happy with. I have to be very careful of that if I'm editing. I usually have to bring my videos down by about 5 decibels on the ones that I'm not doing live, just because I know I do tend to talk quite loudly. The microphone is quite close. I don't want to blow people away. But all in all, there was some great... It's a great start. I mean, obviously what we've seen there is... in the space of 2 weeks, you've managed to create a YouTube video which has used VideoPad to edit, and that's one that Matt has recommended previously. I've not got too involved with VideoPad, but yeah, you can, like I said, even if you don't have fancy editing software where you can literally take your picture and zoom in post edit, then just film different shots and just cut them together in a way that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, it's a great effort. I really like it's a good length of video. Like I said, so let's talk about how we're doing with, let me just get the links back open. So we've got Howard's video on Thomas. So he's got Thomas Adventures, Lexi Engine, Information, #1 question and freebie. That's quite a good title. There's no mention of toy in the title. I'm just trying to think about what the key words are. And again, if you look at the sort of suggested videos on the right-hand side there, Thomas Adventures review, that's someone reviewing a TV show. Thomas and Friends Adventures, Lexi and Cars 3. So the Thomas Adventures Lexi engine is clearly what the toy is. In the video, you mentioned that it isn't for the wooden ones, but is instead for... Thomas said, where are we up to? Sorry, just cutting through the video. And take and play track set. So again, take and play track set would maybe be something to get into the title. Again, I can't see what tags you're using, but I do recommend that you use tags wherever possible, because it does make a difference. And like I said, that's one of the things which I find TubeBuddy fantastic for, is it will give you a good idea into, it will suggest tags for you on what similar videos are using and which ones it thinks you can rank potentially well for, and what sort of views each search tag is roughly getting. #1 questions I get asked on Amazon every time: will this fit on a wooden track? Yeah, so maybe that is one of the points that maybe Thomas mentions Lexi Engine, Information, #1 question. Maybe that should be #1 question answered. I don't know. There's a few different things that you could potentially try with the title there, but ultimately, in fact, that's something which I didn't do. What sort of thumbnails are you using? So Howard's gone with a thumbnail which it's a little bit, I won't say cluttered. I'm just trying to think. I can't from my screen, and I've got a full resolution screen, I can't read the text very well. Lexi has her face on a cab and her tunnel at the back and can be used on all Thomas Adventures play tracks. I'm wondering whether the thumbnail could be slightly better. I've just seen the other video that you did for us last year on wrestlers in dresses. And this video's got more views than that, which is very cool. So yeah, that's as a curious one. Maybe the thumbnail could be slightly more about Lexi and maybe something like number one question answered, something like, because we've got the actual tracks in there as well. Not sure. Again, when they're so small, I can't really work out what it is. They're just little colored squares. So maybe the thumbnail could be slightly better. But all in all, it's a great effort. Let me just catch back up on the chat here. Howard's joined us. Apologies for the late arrival. No problem, Howard. Thank you for joining. We used, Kevin said, we use Video Chrome plugin for keywords. Okay. Again, I can't, like I said, I can't see the keyword tags that you used, but YouTube will put a little bit more emphasis on what's in the title, as that is, along with the thumbnail, what is going to drag people in. Now, if we go to Amanda's Silver Boutique. Right, okay. So your thumbnail, Kevin, is slightly misleading because, in fact, let me share this. Hopefully this link will work. Again, remember to press Control when you click that link, otherwise I'll disappear. But if you look, if you're taken to Amanda Silver Boutique channel homepage, it says how to clean silver jewelry, and then the text on the thumbnail says the polishing cloth cleans gold. Now that's we just use the default one. Again, default one is fine for getting things out quickly, but it may be not the best for taking in a sort of conversion of viewers. You got to remember that the thumbnail is largely going to be the first thing that someone sees, and then it's the title. So someone's going to see the polishing cloth cleans gold, and then how to clean silver jewelry. That's just a little bit confusing to most lay people. So again, the thumbnail could be better. The description, let's have a look at the descriptions. Again, Kevin, you've kept your description relatively simple. How to clean silver jewelry using the polishing cloth. Buy the cloths from amandasilverboutique.com. I think, again, if it was me, I'd be trying to think a little bit more. I'd want to be getting a little bit more romantic about the whole thing. You know, what is the polishing cloth made? Is it micro? I suspect it's like a very soft microfiber cloth of some description. You know, is it? That's the word I'm looking for. Is it safe to use on silver jewelry? Is it safe to use on all, you know, grades of silver? How easy is it to use? How do you clean the cloth once you've used it? All this type of stuff is just great for the description, because again, if this is a point where think of this as another eBay page, another Amazon page. Someone's watched your video, and if they've invested 4 minutes, nearly 5 minutes watching the video, and they think, oh, that looks quite good, and then they look in the description, that's your chance to tip them over the edge. If they've got any questions which have not been answered in the video, the description is a perfect chance to sort of say, maybe this could, you know, what the features and benefits. That's what I'm trying to say. What are the features and benefits of this cloth? How's it going to make my life better? How's it going to make my jewelry look cleaner, look better? Again, just using a few bullet points, and again, utilizing that thing where you tell them in the description, because, you know, YouTube will cut it off. Click show more to find out more. And then when they click show more, just even copy your Amazon bullet points, so your eBay description in there. And it just will give them that little bit of, right. And also, again, further SEO juice for YouTube to figure out what this video is about. Now, over to Howard's. Let's have a look at Howard's description. In this video, we take a look at the 2018 Fisher-Price Thomas & Friends Adventures Lexi, the experimental engine. And then you've got the model number as well, which is a good thing because, again, it saves any confusion. If someone's seen this in an Argos catalog or on another website and they've got that code, they know this is the right one. As well as providing information on the engine, we also answer the #1 question asked by parents and grandparents, as well as show you how you can download your own free picture of Lexi to color in. Links to the music, which is great. And yeah, you got links, 2 links there, one to the coloring, one to the product. I'm presuming that's to the product. Yep, one to the product on the site. Only 3 left. Howard, quick question. Do you know if, and same to Kevin as well, have you seen any sales from YouTube or any that you know you can attribute to YouTube? Don't worry if not. Obviously, this is beginner stages right now. But like I said, Howard, with 150 views and it says on the website you've only got 3 left, you might surprise me. So who knows? So threw the video together in PowerPoint just to meet the UE deadline. Very nice. Your account isn't eligible for custom thumbnails. Really? The YouTube have taken away custom thumbnails now for small accounts. Wow, that surprises me. Going to shorten intro and outro and basically sort loads of stuff. Expand the description out. Yeah, I would say expand the description. Just utilize it. I mean, I think they give you 5,000 characters to use in the description. I've only hit that once on a. I know Matt's hit it a few times. I've hit that once on a eSeller Cafe video where it was a long one. We had loads of links, but 5,000 characters is plenty just to get a good product description, or again that convincer piece. This is the product for you. So again, utilize it. Yes, it will take you maybe a couple of minutes to put it together, but that could be the thing which tips the scale in your favor of someone making a sale. Hobby Base, sorry, James, worth mentioning. Try out Fiverr website for video intros. They are off the shelf, but do give the vids a nice pro edge. Absolutely. In fact, the little, if anyone's seen the UE videos with the little spinny UnderstandingE logo, I think that was Fiverr. In fact, I think we paid something like $60 for 10. And we've only ever used the one, but it got to a point where me and Matt couldn't decide which one we liked best, so we just said, oh, we'll have them all. But yeah, really do look professional. Have the music little in the background as well, so it looks really nice. Good shout there, James. Lots more than 3 left, so you're using scarcity, which is nice. Just can choose from 3 days show. Okay, yeah, Kevin, that is a bit of a bummer. I'm not sure. You'd have to check. In fact, let me see if we can get the answer for you whilst we're on the subject. YouTube thumbnail. YouTube custom thumbnail. So that surprises me. I didn't know. I'm pretty sure when I started, I was always able to do custom thumbnails. YouTube custom thumbnail requirements. It's just showing me size requirements. Kevin, I can only suggest, like I said, that's news to me. I didn't know I knew they'd obviously made changes to the partner program, but I didn't know they'd made changes to being able to upload a custom thumbnail. You can unlock the ability to upload a custom thumbnail just by verifying your YouTube account. All right, okay, that's what. So yeah, you just need to verify your YouTube account. Pretty sure that's. I don't think you need to meet any. Oh yeah, that's basically all you need to do. You just need to basically give them a phone number, or an email address for the account. Verify that it is you, and then you will be a verified channel, and then you will unlock the ability to do custom thumbnails and a few other things as well, if I remember rightly. So, Kevin, verify the account, verify Amanda Silver Boutique, and you should be able to do custom thumbnails, which will, trust me, make a difference. It will make a big difference. And Howard said, we'll need to check on sales, redirect from YouTube and FB will advise. Yeah, no rush. It was purely an interesting one. I said, I was impressed with the amount of views that you've got in a week on an account which has only 6 subscribers, now up to 150, thanks to Team UE. And yeah, Kevin's is up to 21. So whilst you guys are over there, please hit subscribe on Kevin and Howard's channels. Again, show some support. It does help grow the channel, having more subscribers, more views on there. More, it shows YouTube that the site that they're more relevant, and therefore we'll start putting them in more suggested videos and all the rest of it. So yeah, if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. We can, again, if you've not seen the video that I did, it's not great. In fact, 47 views. So Howard absolutely smashed it. Again, click control, that should open for you. I basically reviewed the Google Home Mini. I did it straight after last week's video. Last week's, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, right after the webinar that we did. Howard says, I've got a home green screen set up now. I've cleared some stuff from the office. Filmed 3 product vids today, and the bulk of info for how safe is your child's soft toy? 5 quick ways to spot a fake. That sounds like a great video title already. You've got so much things. How safe is your child's soft toy? That is parents like gold dust. It's going to be so all over that. And 5 ways to 5 quick ways to spot a fake. YouTubers love a list. Like, if you're watching YouTube, if you're doing YouTube videos, we love lists. We love top 5s and all the rest of it. So again, really excited to see where that one goes. And please, Howard, keep updating us in the master and in the UE members group about the videos, because again, I want to see how the progression goes. Now, with that said, the most interesting part, we're talking about my YouTube, it's 20 minutes long. I show you how it all looks, and then I talk to it. And then I actually found out that the eBay integration for Google has now come to the UK. I tried it a few weeks before that video, and it wasn't working. So that was a live revelation. And then at the end, I put a bit of a blooper in where I pretty much smashed the Google Home off my desk, whilst trying to show you how long the cable is. So again, check that out. A bit of fun there to see. And my Google Home now has a hole in it where it hit the side of the desk. So that was fun. With that said, I was chatting again with Matt this morning about what direction do we take this YouTube challenge in. Matt seems to think that I was a little bit too harsh with you and maybe asking a little bit too much of you, those of you who did not make YouTube videos or product review videos or whatever it was going to be. So that means that perhaps we go back to the drawing board. And a massive hat tip to Howard and Kevin, and also James, because James jumped on this last year. And also Bryn. I don't think Bryn is in the chat today, but Bryn Morgan, he did YouTube videos last year as well. In fact, he'd done them many years ago, but sort of retaken them up recently. So again, those guys, massive hat tip. You took the action, and you've now got something to show for it, which is fantastic. And James, James, don't worry, you've got a cold. You did plenty last year, mate. Honestly, so you're smashing it. I've got every faith that your hobby-based account is going to surpass the Mank Entrepreneur in no time. So yeah, you're all good. So yeah, that's basically that. So what the YouTube challenge turns into, I'm not sure. Me and Matt need to have a chat about that and see if we can maybe bring the low-hanging fruit lower and how to get started, make it a little bit easier, perhaps. Who really knows? Who really knows? But that's that's something that we are working on. That is something which we've not spoken about YouTube for the last time today. I assure you, whilst it's not in the whilst we're not talking about it for the next few weeks, it will be making a return. Obviously, we are doing a dedicated course to it, and yeah, we will see if we can make doing YouTube a little bit easier. With that said, for anyone who's watching right now, if you wouldn't mind, please hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Click the little bell icon if you want to be kept up to date when we go live every week at 3 p.m. GMT. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. And again, massive thank you to Kevin, Howard, James, and Bryn in the past as well for getting involved with the YouTube side of things. And again, James is the perfect example of, you know, someone who can just take some action over time and see results. So again, James on Hobby Base, 258 subscribers and plenty of videos. Again, if I go to your most viewed, you got loads in the thousands now. Most popular, 6.5 thousand, 5,000, 3,000, 1.7 thousand, 1.6 thousand. You know, all different videos, all, you know, with great traction. And regardless of what you say, they will be driving traffic to your website. They are more brand awareness out there, people seeing your logo. We are sold on YouTube as a sales platform, and it's interesting because there's still a whole lot of opportunity out there because not many businesses are getting involved, and those who do from the early stages, it seems crazy to refer to YouTube as early stage at this point in time, but those of you who are getting involved right now, whilst the competition is lower and you're learning and you're making mistakes now and you're getting better, then in 6 months, 12 months time, you'll be in a much better place. James, mad, isn't it? I only checked that just now. Crazy. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't do daily videos anymore, and yet I still see the subscribers coming in on the account, people finding old videos that I did over a year ago. It's a very interesting one. So YouTube, we're not done with. I can't make you do them as much as I wish I could. I'd set you homework and stuff, but again, what more can I say? So with that said, next week we will be doing a bit of a refresher, dissecting the fundamentals of an eBay listing. Now, you may think, oh, Dave, I've been selling on eBay for years. I know the fundamentals of an eBay listing. You may well have done, but we've not touched on this since eBay went through a bit of a big revamp last year. Again, we're getting rid of the dynamic content and everything else. We're going to be taking a look at, again, the fundamentals of an eBay listing. And as we saw last week, for those of you who joined us in the product research, it's very hard to find a perfect eBay listing. Yet the fundamentals of doing an eBay listing are not hard. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up next week. Yeah, would love to see you there. And again, whether we just, again, click the little bell icon, check the mastermind page, and that's where you'll be kept up to date as when we go live. It's 3 o'clock next Tuesday. Let's have a look here. Howard says, James, do you post your video separately to Facebook? James says we do Facebook Live vids. And James has very rightly said, if you load onto Facebook, or if you want to put your videos onto Facebook, upload the actual file rather than post a link to YouTube. It makes a big difference. Yes, it 100% does. Facebook do not want you taking people off of Facebook. So if Facebook detect that you've put a YouTube URL into onto your Facebook page or your Facebook group, whatever it may be, they are going to hide it to the majority of your followers or your fans or whoever it may be. If you upload the video directly as an actual file to your page, your numbers are going to be a lot higher because Facebook's going to show that to everybody and encourage them to share and like it and everything else. So again, if you want to explore the Facebook route, by all means do that. I'm holding out for Facebook Watch. That's going to be their big platform. for video content, hopefully coming this year. It's been betaed out in the US for the past few months. But yes, by all means, create separate videos for Facebook and YouTube and upload them natively to each platform. That's the best advice to take. I can't, me nor Matt can claim to be, experts on Facebook video. But again, if in the edit, it's as easy for you to just chop out an outro for YouTube and stick a Facebook one on there and render it twice and download it twice and then upload one to YouTube, one to Facebook, definitely do that. For the extra 5-10 minutes of time it'll take to do it, you will see much better results doing natively on both platforms. Well, you can only do native on YouTube, but doing native on Facebook video. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining. Apologies on behalf of Matt. I'm sure he was looking forward to this one so much that he was making videos this morning, especially for it. So he will be gutted that he wasn't here. But with that said, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, you can. We do have the Facebook group over. Let me just grab the link. Copy link address. Put that in there. Oh, that's a messy link. Will that work? Maybe. Yeah, that link works. That link will take you to the Facebook page. Again, hold control. If you're not already a member, request access. I'll add you in. And yeah, get involved with the conversation. As always, the forums are always open on understandinge.com. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'll let you guys go. Have a fantastic week. If I don't speak to you before then, I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.